Assalamu alaikum. Hello, people of YouTube. Today I'm going to talk about something that people are often sensitive to talk about, but I'm not particularly sensitive about it, which is mental health issues. And I'm talking from the perspective of somebody who has a mental health problem. I have a mental health problem. So, you know, just, I'm not going to go. So basically, I was diagnosed when I was 17 years old in sixth form. I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. Okay, so basically the way I was diagnosed, basically what happened was I was having too many thoughts. I couldn't concentrate. I wasn't getting to sleep at night. My thoughts were erratic. You know, I couldn't get to sleep. My thoughts were erratic, and I was being a little bit aggressive to people. I was kind of a bit aggressive, that's how basically I got diagnosed with bipolar disorder. And also I wasn't really making much sense of my thinking. I couldn't study. You know, I remember actually I had a mock exam during my sixth form. I had a mock exam where basically I had the table and I basically chucked the table over like a WWE style. I basically chucked the table over because the teacher said, "Oh, we got 10 minutes left," and I was just so pissed that I didn't even finish half the paper. And I went and chucked the table like bloody Undertaker. But you know, and that's basically how I got diagnosed with bipolar disorder. You know, it's like, you know, because I was having erratic thoughts and not really thinking straight. So what I want to say though is that, so obviously I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. They prescribed me with the psychiatrist just prescribed me with medication. At the time it was aripiprazole, was the name of the medication. I'm still on medication right now, so I was prescribed aripiprazole, and but one thing I'd say though is I didn't like the psychiatrist. I never liked being in therapy. I never liked, you know, being told that there was something wrong with me. You know, because I think, you know, a message that I want you guys to take away, guys and gals who are suffering from mental health problems, you know, not just bipolar disorder, but specifically bipolar disorder, you know, any sort of mental health problem, ADHD, depression, ADD, borderline personality disorder, anxiety, all these things, is I want you guys to not let the mental health problem define you. Don't be the depressed guy or the crazy guy or the bipolar guy. Don't be defined by your mental health problem. Now, what I do want to say is, which is important to know, is that your mental health problem, and in my case as well, is going to have an impact on how you sort of live, how you need to make adjustments for your mental health problem. For example, with me, I've got bipolar disorder. You know, I have a tendency to keep making different plans and have erratic thoughts and not think in a clear, not have a clear line of thought, and think in all sorts of different directions and wanting to do lots of different things at once. And that's why I need to calm down and think about it logically and step by step and take one step at a time. But you know, don't believe that, you know, because of your mental health problem that you can't do anything, that you can't achieve your goals. You know, because don't let your mental health problem hold you back. Because you know, you can achieve amazing things with a mental health problem. You know, bipolar disorder is actually a pretty good mental health. I don't see it as a problem. You know, it's called a mental health problem. I don't see it as a problem because, you know, I'm excited, I've got energy, I get up, you know, I've disciplined myself to get up early in the morning, and that's had a great impact on my life. You know, it's just that I need to be careful and not overdo things. You know, and that is the main thing about it. And you know, in school, you know, I didn't like sitting down all day. I got really fed up of sitting down all day in front of a desk. You know, and that's natural. That's natural. I mean, somebody who sits down all day and does computers all day, I think that person has a mental health problem. You know, because we as human beings are not supposed to sit down at a desk all day and analyze graphs. I mean, you know, who in their right mind would do that? But, you know, my message today is that you guys, if you have a mental health problem, don't let it hold you back. Don't be, you know, and also don't rely too much on therapy. Don't go to too many therapy sessions, because what therapy tends to do is just give you this sort of victim mindset, and sort of talk about all the negative things with no plan to rehabilitate. And you know, that's why I don't go to therapy, because therapy does not give you a plan to rehabilitate. It just basically conditions you to feel sorry for yourself. And that's what I felt with therapy, is that I was just being conditioned to feel sorry for myself with no actual plan to make my situation better and to do the things I want to do. And you know, that's another thing I want to say to you guys is, you know, don't go too much to therapy. You know, okay, maybe you might need a little bit of therapy, but don't, you know, take the therapist's word for gospel, because the therapist is basically there to just make sure you're not gonna delete yourself. Basically, that's what the therapist is there for, and to make sure you feel okay. You know, and so, but what therapists tend to do is sort of just tell you sort of, oh, calm down, or don't do that, or, you know, don't, and tell you a million reasons not to do things, and you know, they don't really help you do the things that you want to do. If you've got something that you want to do in life, go out there and do it. You know, you can be somebody, you can achieve. You know, don't let your mental health problem hold you back. I don't let my mental health problem hold me back. Stay blessed, guys. Don't let your mental health problem hold you back. And always believe in yourself. That's my only message. Believe in yourself. Don't let your mental health problem hold you back. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.